You're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, after we send the paperwork, we are going to amend, and I believe the state's in agreement, the no contact order to no harmful or injurious contact with Nancy Medrano, and that's his mother.
So, Your Honor, and that occurred while they were doing the paperwork. They approached me and I said I would agree on the record to no contact with her residence.
Before the court considers doing that, I would have to have a conversation with Ms. Medrano.
Okay, and I believe the state has spoken to her as recently as yesterday.
We did speak to her, Your Honor, but well, of course.
Okay, because I don't agree to.
Okay.
I mean, I will take under advisement what both parties are saying, but I need to speak to that person before I do that.
Okay.
So understand, Mr. Sanchez, that the court will keep in place a no contact with Nancy Medrano.
Okay.
But at some point in time, if the defense wants to have a hearing on that particular issue, then your mother can appear by Zoom or she can appear in person and the court will listen to her testimony. And the court may decide to change that to no harmful or injurious contact. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Knowing that, do you still wish to go forward with the plea?
Yes.
All right. The state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 3 years. You're to remain in custody for a TAP evaluation, and you're to follow all recommendations from the TAP evaluation. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I do believe that he will be successful on deferred adjudication probation. He has the support of his father, who's been here in the courtroom all morning in the red sweater and has been here, I believe, for every court setting that we've had, and been very helpful. Jonathan has used his time in custody since August. He's taken a parenting class at the jail. He's taking art classes at the jail. And I do believe he's going to follow all the rules that this court imposes, and he's not going to have any issues, and I expect him to be successful.
All right. How many children do you have?
I have 2 children, Your Honor.
What are their ages?
4 and 5.
And when's the last time you had contact with them?
I had video contact with them a couple weeks ago. I spoke with them on the phone less than a week ago. And before that, I took my daughter to her first day of school this year.
Mhm.
But yeah, physical contact, it was the day before. It was September 9th.
All right. So is there a legal custody arrangement with your children?
Yes. So I had a CPS case that I successfully completed, and right now my children are staying with the mother of my children. And the court kind of left it up to the mother of my children to decide how much contact, other than like a couple times out of the week, but she lets the kids come with me whenever, I want. Like if I want them to spend the night or whatever, they actually spent the night at my mother's house with me, like I guess 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I love my children very much, and I want to do the best thing that I can to better myself, so that way I can be better for my children.
All right. So just so you know, the court is not going to allow you to have unsupervised contact with your children until I'm satisfied that you're clean and sober. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So how far did you go in school, and have you had employment before?
Yeah, so I have my GED and I have some college credits from Tarrant County College, but I've also went to school for electronical engineering at ITT Tech. I just did 1 semester, but and as far as my employment goes, I was a senior agent at a company called Direct Express. And I handled all of like Social Security benefits. So anybody that received Social Security benefits or military benefits, I was the person on the other end of the phone number for the card processor, where I would help them with all of their banking information and help protect their social security benefits.
Okay. I don't know if you should be doing that, but all right. All right, this is what the court is going to do. 3 years deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon, affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Nancy Madrano. Again, that can change once you're clean and sober. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Again, that could change once you provide proof to the court that you've been clean and sober. So if you were to have contact with your children, it would have to be with an approved chaperone. And you just let probation know who that person is going to be. Probation will call that person, do a background check to see if they would be appropriate chaperones. You understand?
Yes,
There is to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. When he's released, I'm going to want field visits at least 2 times per month. There's going to be a TAP evaluation while in custody. Follow TAP recommendations. I'm also going to run a referral to felony drug court. Counsel, I think really felony drug court is the best place for him. They do it on a case-by-case basis. So it will probably be best for you to contact felony drug court, let them know that I'm recommending him for felony drug court evaluation, and explain to them the circumstances behind this case, because sometimes people see that it's an aggravated assault and they'll say no automatically. Felony drug court usually doesn't do that, but I know they have limited spaces, so they want to know that he's very serious. So just call them right away and let them know this is coming to them, and tell them the facts of the police report. And I think they see that it's involving that he wanted heroin and he wanted it now. They'll probably end up accepting him.
Thank you, Your Honor. No, it's a great program, and I'll make sure that he gets referred there.
All right, so we'll do a referral to felony drug court, and he's to remain in custody for the referral to felony drug court. He's to remain in custody for the TAP evaluation. You need to be honest with felony drug court. If you're not honest with them, they're not going to accept you. And if felony drug court doesn't accept him, then he's to follow all recommendations of the TAP evaluation. We're going to do 200 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. I'm going to want parenting classes with Triple P. Once you complete the parenting classes, the remaining of the community service hours will be waived. We'll do anger management and UA hotline upon release. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Thank you. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. And there's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Is there anything else, probation? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful in this probation?
No.
Hello.
Hello, Judge.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing very good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I can't complain. So since you're here, there must be great things that are happening. Please.
Judge, there was a status report for consideration for early dismissal and discharge.
Okay.
At the time that the report was submitted, the state had some objections based on the facts and charges. However, after speaking with Ms. Jones and reviewing everything in the case, she has no objections in early termination. Mr. Sanchez has been on probation or deferred adjudication since February 2023, and he's actually just supposed to get off next month. He's completed everything. We have absolutely no concerns in regards to him, and we're just asking that you consider just letting him loose.
All right. What have you learned?
So, I just want to say, thank you for your time today, Your Honor. Since on probation, Well, actually, prior to me being on probation, I was in the county jail for about a year. And during that time, I had time to actually sober up, actually come out of, what I think back is like a psychosis from drug use. And after I got sentenced to the ISF and the probation, I had a counselor there named Mr. Pacheco.
Mhm.
And through the counseling and the group sessions, I learned about thinking errors. I learned about criminal thinking and just basically the things that I was doing wrong in life and the the bad things I was presenting myself as like to the community. And I ended up graduating from the ISF and getting released on probation, and I also got placed on methadone. So I've been going to the methadone clinic. Now, when I got out on probation, I moved with my dad for about a year.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I moved with my dad for about a month.
Mhm.
And then on my own, I made a decision that I wanted to go back to Oxford sober living. So I was in the sober living house for about a year. I started doing remodeling, and then I ended up getting my current job that I still have today, working for a company called Mission Compost. And right now, I'm the head of commercial operations at my company, and I've just learned that there's a way better way to live life, and I'm just very grateful for the opportunity that I've had to be on deferred adjudication. I've been preparing for this. I watch your YouTube sometimes, so I watch the YouTube to stay grateful because I see a lot of different people that get the deferred adjudication and they mess up on probation. So I've made sure like I study other people, so, what to do, what not to do. And, I ended up at one point in probation, you allowed me to have unsupervised visits with my children. So I got my children back in my life. I'm with my children, every weekend. It was just my daughter's birthday. And, I'm just very grateful and very happy for the changes that I've made because of the opportunity that you, probation, and the prosecution and the court as a whole has given me as an opportunity. So I'm very grateful.
Well, I'm happy for you. I'm so glad that you completed this. Rashad, it's just been like a Merry Christmas for me. It's just been continuing. So keep up the good work. I always try to tell people, always remember your journey, because sometimes we forget and we think life is easy. Sometimes it's not. You just have to be prepared for it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to sign the request for early termination, and you're off probation. And be sure to don't be afraid to share your testimony with people, because you can always help somebody with their journey.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I have some dreams and aspirations of hopefully being a criminal defense attorney. So maybe I've been like looking into different things about the bar exam and learning about Terry stops and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So maybe I'll see you going forward.
Awesome. And you know what? It is doable. There was a graduate from felony drug court, because people will tell you, and I have to tell people, hey, if you have a felony case, or even if you've been on deferred, if you're trying to get your license, anything that requires a license, it's not impossible. It's just going to be more difficult.
Yeah.
But I know some people who've actually been through the felony drug court program or who have felony convictions. They're now attorneys and they're doing great. Yeah. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.